McCoy College of Business presents the Parole Evidence Rule. Recently, a friend of mine was involved in a contract dispute. The dispute was centered on the fact that he paid for a car with cash and a laptop. The contract he signed only showed the partial payment of the agreed-upon price, less the price of the traded laptop. After the sale, the company that sold him the car took him to small claims court. At court, the company disclaimed all knowledge about the laptop as partial payment of the sale. The judge decided the case based on the Parole Evidence Rule. The Parole Evidence Rule states, when the parties have reduced their agreement to final written form, evidence of prior or contemporaneous agreements are inadmissible to vary or contradict the terms of the final written agreement. Basically, this states that if it is not written down in the contract and the contract is complete, then the judge can't consider other evidence to decide the terms of the contract. Because the judge determined that the contract was a final written agreement between the parties, he could not take into consideration any evidence presented by my friend that the company did, in fact, receive the laptop, leaving my friend without a laptop and having to pay a higher price. There are several exceptions to the Parole Evidence Rule. Two of the most famous are: the first, if there is evidence of fraud, misrepresentation, duress, or mistake, then extrinsic evidence can be considered. The second exception applies if there are ambiguities in the contract, meaning if the plain language of the contract does not make the rights or duties of the parties clear, then extrinsic evidence can be considered. The intent of the rule is to give a higher significance to the written agreement of the parties over their oral representations. So the next time you discuss the terms of a contract, make sure that it gets on the paper before any value is exchanged, or you may find yourself on the wrong side of the Parole Evidence Rule.
Created using Powtoon.